Hello! You've entered into Windustrial Talk. I'm your host, Livingston Beauregard.
And I'm co-host Rupert van Waldenberg.
Be prepared. You're in for a real treat.
Full of education. Well, Livingston, let's get right into it. I know a lot of our viewers are wondering, what is wind energy?
That's understandable. I didn't understand the first time I heard of it either. Wind energy is energy harnessed from the wind, essentially. What you're doing is taking that kinetic energy and transferring it into mechanical energy.
Oh. I mean, that's pretty interesting. What have we done currently to utilize this great energy source?
Well, it's not like the United States is the #1 wind producer in the world. But we are doing something. I mean, 7% of our energy is strictly from renewable resources. And although only a small fraction of that comes from wind energy, we're getting there. And wind energy is a growing industry.
Well, probably should look into it more.
Come on now.
So, Rupert, how does this actually work?
Well, essentially we're just harnessing the energy from the wind that's caused from atmospheric shifts.
Interesting. And what are the benefits of harnessing this type of wind?
Well, the major benefit, Livingston, is that it's 100% renewable. And, on top of that, it doesn't produce any of those nasty polluting agents.
Excellent. We hate those pollutants.
Yes, we do. Oh. This sounds too good to be true. There must be some drawbacks.
I understand. Well, this is the thing. Wind turbines can only be placed in high wind areas to even be remotely cost effective. And that brings me to another point, the cost efficiency. Did you know that wind turbines, in order to power the average household, you need a wind turbine that would cost upwards of $35,000?
That is quite expensive.
Yes. So, Rupert, is this really even feasible? I mean, are we really going to continue to try and harness this wind energy?
Well, the U.S. Department of Energy envisions that wind power could supply 20% of all the U.S.'s electricity by 2030. And, in 2010, the wind power industry in the United States received 42% of all federal subsidies.
That's nice.
These subsidies can be expected to maintain high levels as the Obama administration continues to emphasize the importance of these renewable energy sources.
Interesting. So it's getting the funding.
Exactly.
Well, it seems to me like wind energy is something of the future.
That's what it appears, but we should try and harness it and make it something of the present.
Excellent. For all of us here at Windustrial Talk, thank you for your time.
This party's raging. Better get back to it.
Of course.
New York City. You are now rapping.
Smells horrible.
Believe me, it tastes like